What's up, guys? So I made it to the elusive 1 million BFG tokens. It's a long way coming. It's about just over $20,000 put in to get there, and I'll show you my payout. I'm getting about $3,700 a month with it. So I'm going to tell you today a couple of my strategies for helping mitigate loss. I'm also going to tell you a couple pros I really like about this casino, and then a few serious cons. So take from it what you will. Couple strategies. Well, we'll start with. Right now, I'm out of Bitcoin, so I'm going to go ahead and use my BTT just to show you a couple strategies. A lot of times when I play Keno to do the majority of my mining, like I showed in my last video, when I get down to a small end balance, usually somewhere around 0.007 or 8 Bitcoin, I hop into Dice and I try getting about 20% gains. So I'm going to show you this method. It is a part of a martingale method. If you don't know what that is, I recommend going online, but basically the idea is you can double your bet every time, and eventually you are going to win if you have a bottomless pocket. But since none of us have a bottomless pocket, eventually you do always lose with this method. So the idea is to get small gains and then leave. So what I do here is I go to 69, roll over, 30% chance to win. But every time you win, you get 3 times the bet, right? And I turn it on auto, I go down here, and I have it at 43% increase. So every time I lose, the bet increases 43%. Now you'll see my starting balance here, this many BTT. The idea is, guys, you want to have, however much you start with, you want to be able to lose 23 to 25 times in a row without losing your whole balance. So you got to do some math. This times 1.43, however many times in a row. Just for this example, I'm not going to show you, but I've lost 26, 27 times in a row quite a few times. So, I mean, you can see all these reds up here. It can be a losing strategy, but short term, as long as you're smart enough to get out, I usually make some money. So here, I'll just show you how it works right now. Start at 1.56. Goal here, let's just say we'll go for 10%. So 2450 BFG. Or something like that, something close. And I'm going to go ahead and just fast forward through this times 2 so you guys can just see what I'm talking about, and we'll go. Alright guys, so as you can see, you can increase your balance. But like I said earlier, if you do this indefinitely, you will lose everything. So the idea is to get a small gain. For instance, if this was Bitcoin, maybe I made 0.0002 Bitcoin. I have made as much as 0.016 Bitcoin doing this method. Actually, 0.016. So it can be successful, but I've also lost all of that later on doing the same method. So yeah, you will lose eventually. The key is stop when you're ahead, switch games, go back, mine some more. I usually would hop into Keno, then mine until I lost it, and then I would go back in and mine it again. So that's one way. Another way, which I don't like as much, but I've seen people do successfully, stop into coin flip. And start with you got to start with a small balance. And you bet. And when you lose, you multiply twice. And then you do the same bet. And if you lose, you multiply twice, you do the same bet. You lose, multiply twice, you do the same bet. Now I won. Now you go back to your beginning bet, and you switch sides. And now I win, you stay there, you switch, you win, switch, win, switch, lose, times 2. I win. So as you can see, you can do this for a while, but again, unless you have a bottomless pocket, you're eventually going to lose everything with this method. Because you can see, you start racking up high. And I've lost huge doing this method, guys. So again, the key is knowing when to exit. But you can see I'm already up 1,000 BTT, which I know money-wise isn't anything, but percentage-wise, I'm already about 30% up from where I started. So there is good potential for gains here. Back to some pros on this casino. So it definitely stinks going to the staking, and even though I'm making about the same amount of dollar value, my percentage of Bitcoin has significantly gone down. But my dollar value stayed the same because Bitcoin's been increasing. So they're running a promotion right now. So a lot of people are gambling, and someone won 10 Bitcoin out of this pool. So this pool was significantly hurt, almost 10%. Which, I mean, on the plus side, it means that, this is a real casino. You can win some serious money, which isn't why I'm here. But, it shows kind of that they're legit. They'll pay out. This guy won $230,000. The con side is, you can see that this pool's decreasing. It was almost 120 Bitcoin during my last video. So it's been decreasing. But my dollar value is, it's staying real good. But you also have to think to yourself, now that Bitcoin's more expensive, it's going to cost you more to mine to get less Bitcoin. So I would say earlier, the ROI when I was talking about it was probably 6 months for me, which is since I got in a little earlier. Now I'd say it's probably closer to 9 months, which is still really good. But, you have to make, that choice for yourself. This pool has been slowly decreasing, and it could continue to decrease. Even if it decreases at this rate, I know I'll still make quite a bit of money, so I'm excited. But that's something that you have to think for yourself. Something else, a couple other concerns that you have to think about. So I was hopping into Betfury's roadmap. Let's see if I can't find it on here. All right, I couldn't find it, guys, so I had to Google it, and now I'm hopping into their white paper. All right, so here's a concern. Let's hop down to their token allocation. Something I stumbled across. Now look at this. So this is their total supply, 5 billion tokens, right? And if you look at this graph here, between devs and marketing, they own 30% of this. So now they have a very active Telegram channel, which I highly recommend you go check out. Sadly, the admins there don't like answering this question, guys. I got a little aggressive when they wouldn't give me a clear answer about do they own these 30% and stake them now, which would be why this pool's decreasing so fast. How many of the tokens do they own? Do they own them pre-burn? A lot of good tokens. You see the burn, but if they own 30% of this pre-burn, they own over 1.5 billion. And they don't answer that question, guys. So that's a pretty serious concern. I super encourage you to hop onto their Telegram channel and ask them these questions, because it makes a big difference. Because if they own all of those right now, when they list it, they could dump. So there's some definitely risks involved. And I got a little aggressive on the Telegram channel, and this one admin there that didn't know any answers that I called out for it, his name's Rio, muted me for 365 days. I was being a little bit of a word I won't use here, guys. So in his defense, that's true, but he wouldn't answer the question. So I highly recommend you guys hop onto the Telegram channel, bring up this graph and be like, hey, what's up with these 30%? Do you guys own them already? Are these pre-mine, post-mine? Get some decent answers, because it makes a big difference in the total payouts of the lifetime of the casino. So now, while that's a concern, you also have to look at it as a pro, because if they do own 30%, they're getting paid out of this pool, so they'll want this pool to grow because they want to make more money long term. So you can look at it both ways. If you have any other serious questions, guys, I recommend PMing people in the Telegram channel, personally. There's some guys there that have been there for a long time. Or you can ask me under this YouTube video. Hope you liked it. Any other serious questions or things you want to see, guys, just, go ahead and comment below. If you're new to Betfury, check out my last video. Hit my link if you would. I'd appreciate it for the referral. If not, all good. Check it out. Thanks for watching.